Cyprus is the only nation that displays its own map on its flag. Locals often joke that living here feels like entering retirement forever. But this island is far more than a holiday spot. It's a compact Mediterranean country placed between Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. Covering roughly 9,251 square kilometers and home to about 1.4 million people, it's smaller than many American states. Yet it possesses one of the world's most influential passports, giving access to over 170 countries without a visa, an advantage not many enjoy. The capital, Nicosia, remains the only European city physically split by past conflict. One side is administered by the Greek Cypriots, the other by the Turkish-supported North. Despite this divide, Nicosia stays unexpectedly calm. People walk across the checkpoint every day as part of normal life. The island's story is also extraordinary. On May 12, 1191, Queen Joanna of England arrived here during a crusade, beginning an era where Cyprus became a battleground for multiple empires. Roman, Byzantine, Ottoman, and British influences are still visible today. Along the coast stand old fortresses, while ancient monasteries and mountain villages built from limestone preserve the past. Cyprus is also one of the few EU countries where drivers keep to the left, joining the UK, Ireland, and Malta in this tradition. Unlike most places, Cyprus has quirks that make it distinct. One is the village of Lefkara, high in the southern mountains, known for hand-woven lace so detailed that Leonardo da Vinci traveled there in 1481 to purchase embroidery for Milan Cathedral. The craft continues, passed from generation to generation. At the 2012 London Olympics, Cyprus earned its first medal, a historic achievement for national sports. Cypriots take pride in it, though they're not boastful. Their lifestyle is slow, steady, and long-lived. Women here commonly reach 83 years, sustained by a diet of fresh produce, grilled fish, and local wines, balanced with a relaxed approach to life. Nearly 80% of residents belong to the Greek Orthodox faith. Easter is the most treasured celebration, when entire villages glow with candlelight. Traditional bread, painted red eggs, and hymns fill the evenings. Still, not all aspects of Cyprus are ideal. Around 20 to 30% of adults smoke. Despite laws forbidding smoking in public areas, the practice continues in many cafes and restaurants. Cypriot society is gentle, but sometimes too forgiving. Beneath the postcard images lies an unspoken issue. Although many women are educated, they often remain tied to traditional expectations. Society pressures them to appear graceful, competent, and youthful. Women over 30 without marriage are frequently judged. Applause. Those who do not match the preference for height, slimness, and tanned skin are often viewed as less appealing. In cities such as Limassol or Larnaca, living costs are noticeably lower than in the US. A one-bedroom apartment ranges between 500 and 800 euros. Public transport is decent and safety levels are high. Cyprus has one of the lowest crime rates in Europe. Police aren't everywhere, but they appear when needed. Many people even sleep with their doors unlocked. Cyprus is stunning, but it isn't cheap to live in. As an isolated island, its economy depends on imported resources. Farming provides only a fraction of local needs. Light industry is small, and most goods, from food to electronics to building materials, arrive by ship or plane. This raises the overall cost of living far above the EU average. Tourism, the island's main economic engine, also lifts prices. High demand and limited supply push housing, land, and food costs up, especially during peak months. Limassol on the southern coast illustrates this clearly. Known for its long beaches, violet sunsets, and luxury districts, finding an affordable central apartment is almost impossible. Average rents begin at around 800 euros. Many pay 1,000 euros for a tiny 25 square meter studio just for location and sea views. similar to costs in Paris, Milan, or Amsterdam. Cheaper options exist, but they're usually far from the center or in older buildings. Some properties even reach €50 per square meter, making them difficult for average earners. Not all regions are pricey. Before you continue the video, don't forget to subscribe. 99% of viewers don't subscribe. Your one click means a lot and helps us keep creating amazing content. Cyprus, a sun-bleached Mediterranean crossroads shaped by Greek, Turkish, Levantine, and European influence, carries a cultural beauty that reflects strongly in its women, who are often admired for their natural elegance, expressive eyes, warm personalities, and a confident yet humble presence shaped by centuries of island traditions. On any given evening in Limassol, Nicosia, Larnaca, or Paphos, the streets gradually shift from relaxed daytime calm into vibrant nightlife energy. As the sun sets over the Mediterranean, Cypriot women gather along seaside promenades and open-air cafes, wearing chic modern outfits that blend European style with island flair. The transition into night brings a full transformation. Limassol's Marina, Molos Promenade, and Old Port glow with lights from luxury yachts, rooftop lounges, and high-end clubs where international DJs play to enthusiastic crowds until dawn. In Larnaca's Mackenzie Beach, barefoot parties stretch across the sand, with locals and tourists dancing under palm trees while airplanes descend overhead, creating a surreal party atmosphere unique to the island. Meanwhile, Ayia Napa, Cyprus's most famous nightlife capital, becomes a chaotic, electric playground during the summer months, with neon-lit streets, bass-thumping bars, open-air dance stages, and an endless flow of tourists from Britain, Europe, and the Middle East. Here, the social atmosphere becomes incredibly open. People meet easily at beach festivals, pool parties, shisha lounges, and bar crawls that last until sunrise, making Ayia Napa the core of the island's modern hookup culture. While Cypriots themselves tend to hold traditional values around dating and relationships, the presence of seasonal tourists creates a dual world, one rooted in family, culture, and deep connections, and another fueled by travel freedom, partying, and short-term encounters shaped by the island's summer energy. Behind this nightlife, Cyprus also has a discreet side that isn't openly advertised. Although the island has no officially designated red light districts, certain areas, mainly on the outskirts of Nicosia, near old industrial zones, and in scattered corners of Ayia Napa, are quietly known for private entertainment clubs that operate under strict local regulations. These places are not brightly displayed like in major European cities. Instead, they exist behind tinted windows, side streets, and older buildings known mostly through word of mouth, taxi drivers, or nightlife insiders. Tourists rarely stumble into them accidentally. They remain part of a hidden nightlife layer accessible only to those who know where to look. The general social scene, however, is far more open and inviting. Cyprus's blend of beaches, music, relaxed attitudes, and international visitors creates a natural environment for flirting, meeting new people, and forming spontaneous connections. Whether in the luxurious lounges of Limassol, the youthful chaos of Ayia Napa, the relaxed bars of Paphos Harbor, or the cosmopolitan cafes of Nicosia, the island offers a nightlife identity that blends elegance, mystery, tradition, and modern freedom, making Cyprus not just a place of scenic beauty, but a dynamic cultural hotspot where every night feels like a new story waiting to unfold under the warm Mediterranean sky. In Cyprus towns like Mandria in the southwest, housing is far more reasonable. For about €500 a month, you can rent a peaceful, tidy apartment close to the sea. Life here feels like stepping into the Mediterranean of the 1980s, simple, slow, and carefree. Cyprus uses the euro, and although part of the EU, its customs remain deeply rooted in tradition. Greek is the primary language, but English is widely used in shops, tourism, and everyday communication. Winter on the island stays mild. Daytime temperatures sit around 10 to 12 degrees, cool enough for long sleeves but rarely cold enough for heavy jackets. People often continue walking the beaches and jogging as though winter barely exists. But being remote means doing business requires sensitivity. Personal trust matters deeply. Deals depend not only on credentials, but also on introductions and reputation. A simple recommendation from a trusted friend can make all the difference. Cyprus feels both small and vast at once. The island stretches only about 100 kilometers from north to south. You can drive across it in under 2 hours, or walk across it in 3 days if you want to absorb its rhythm. Each town feels like its own little universe with its own colors, traditions, and energy. The island has no metro lines or railroads. Travel relies on taxis, minibuses, and personal cars. Most locals rise early, around 6 a.m. The service sector dominates the economy, and tourism shapes much of daily life. From cafes to souvenir stalls to boat rentals, everything depends on the flow of visitors. But the tourist wave doesn't last year-round. When summer ends and cooler winds arrive, the island becomes unexpectedly quiet. Restaurants close early, cafes see only a few customers, and streets by the sea feel empty, almost melancholic. Realistically, Cyprus is not easy for everyone to settle in, especially those with modest incomes. Many long-term residents are middle or upper-class Europeans from Nordic countries, Russia, Germany, or the UK. The housing market favors luxury villas, pool homes, and private marinas. Young local residents often stay with family longer or move outward to find cheaper living. Cyprus occupies a strategic point between Europe, near the Middle East, and close to Africa. This makes it a landing place for many refugees, particularly from Syria, Lebanon, and parts of sub-Saharan Africa. They escape conflict and poverty, crossing dangerous seas in search of safety. But even after arriving, a better life is not guaranteed. The Cypriot government offers only limited aid. Refugees receive about €200 per month, barely enough for survival. They cannot choose their homes and are usually placed in smaller, distant towns where jobs and services are scarce. Some manage to work in construction, fuel stations, or small shops. The pay is low, but it's better than waiting helplessly. Anyone with a criminal record, even small violations, is deported swiftly. By 2025, roughly 40,000 refugees are expected to be living in Cyprus, a small number compared to larger countries, yet still a strain on local systems. Have you ever imagined living somewhere like this? A place both beautiful and quiet, yet full of fragile, uncertain lives. Even so, Cyprus offers potential to those with patience. The government encourages tourism projects, especially converting old homes into guest houses. These multi-story stone houses, often over 50 years old with open courtyards tucked into narrow lanes, make perfect stays for international travelers. Cyprus, as part of the EU, enforces strict financial regulations. Purchases above €10,000 must be done through banks. No cash bundles, no hidden payments. Transparency is mandatory under EU tax rules. In terms of taxation, Cyprus is highly appealing for business owners. Remote workers and people in e-commerce can live here for up to 5 years without paying dividend tax. Profits from your company remain untaxed compared to places like the US or Germany. Only personal income tax applies, ranging from 20% to 35% depending on earnings. Life here feels more village-like than city-like. Every Saturday, local markets come alive with produce mostly grown organically in Greek Cypriot regions. Fresh potatoes, greens, grapes, and olives arrive straight from the farms. Extra virgin olive oil is a household essential. Many elders credit this diet for their longevity and heart health. Still, traditional Cypriot meals often lean toward red meat. Goat and lamb appear more frequently than seafood. Odd, isn't it? Especially for an island. But history explains this. Greeks historically lived in mountain regions where the climate was calmer and the soil richer. They raised sheep and goats, grew grapes, and made cheese. Halloumi, Cyprus's signature cheese, is crafted from goat's milk and can be grilled without melting. It's served at nearly every meal. Have you tried it? Fresh seafood isn't a daily staple, but the warmth of village life more than makes up for it. The smoky aromas from stone kitchens, the quiet gardens tended by elderly women, the rhythm of life that feels untouched by time. When visiting Cyprus, don't stop at the famous beaches. This small island holds many layers waiting to be discovered. Behind the blue waters and bright sunshine lie ancient villages, peaceful monasteries hidden in pine forests, and traces of civilizations long gone. Start in Nicosia, Europe's only divided capital. One side belongs to the Republic of Cyprus, the other to Turkish-controlled northern Cyprus. Crossing the Ledra Street checkpoint reveals an immediate shift in language, culture, and atmosphere. Nicosia blends old and modern life with its cobblestone lanes in Liki Gaytonia, cozy cafes, and museums preserving the island's colonial story. From the capital, drive toward the Troodos Mountains. The air becomes crisp and fragrant. Villages like Omodos, Lofou, and Kakapatria showcase traditional stone houses, wooden balconies, and blue doors beneath red-tiled roofs. Early mornings here are calm, elders drinking strong coffee, reading newspapers, and enjoying time slowly. Some churches are UNESCO listed for their remarkable Byzantine murals. Kikos Monastery, in particular, once kept sacred relics and icons. For nature lovers, Akamas National Park on the western edge is a treasure. Sea turtles nest here, and tall cliffs overlook deep blue seas. The journey is rough, but worth every moment. Rent an off-road vehicle or hike to reach the Blue Lagoon, where turquoise water invites snorkeling. Below the surface is a quiet world of coral, tiny fish, and silky seaweed. Nearby lies Paphos, legendary birthplace of Aphrodite, goddess of love. Visit Aphrodite's Rock. Legend says circling it 3 times brings true love. The town has an impressive archaeological zone with Roman mosaics and a harbor fortress used by different empires. To the east, Ayia Napa offers lively beaches like Nissi Beach. But for peace, head to Cape Greco at sunset. From the cliffs you can watch the sun disappear into the horizon, the breeze soft, the sea calm. Cyprus is known not only for its Mediterranean scenery, but also for its lively festivals rooted in Greek Orthodox traditions. Easter is the grandest celebration. Families gather for roasted lamb, sweet tsoreki bread, and fireworks. Before that comes the Limassol Carnival, a 2-week festival full of costumes and parades. September brings the Wine Festival, also in Limassol, where visitors can sample local wines for free and experience folk dances. July hosts the Halloumi Festival in several villages, celebrating the island's famous cheese. Celebrations here are vibrant, but always warm and community-focused. And don't forget to subscribe. 99% of viewers don't subscribe. Your one click means a lot and helps us keep creating amazing content.